Well, it's morning here in Rosieres and it's a beautiful crisp day. Crisp, so I still have my hat on, but early, so I still have my Kurdish house dress on. I spend a lot of time in the Middle East and I can't get over wearing house dresses around the house during the day. Just so freeing. Anyway, it's fresh, there's a bite in the air, but it's promising to be a glorious day. And I thought I might show you how I get the chickens ready in the morning. Right, this is our little blind cockerel. He lives on his own normally, but he apparently has a girlfriend right now. And somebody forgot to close him up last night. It's not surprising because we have a lot of fairly random bird arrangements here. This is the main chicken house. What we have is 2 entrances and exits, and the rest of it is totally sealed, because around here we have not only foxes but also these things called fouines, which are like weasels, large weasels, and they come and they attack to eat. I mean, they're not evil or anything, but in order to stop the chickens from alerting the owners, well, anybody, they kill all of them until they stop making noise. We have absolutely proofed the entire chicken run for the night. There can be no gap bigger than 5 centimetres. Now, what we also did was we installed an automatic gate on the on one side of it, and so in the mornings they can all come out, theoretically just into the chicken run. But our little rat bags fly out over the top. And the problem is we did install netting over the top, but it's quite difficult because of all the trees and stuff. It's quite difficult to get the netting. And on the other hand, we want them to be able to have the cover of the trees, and we don't want to randomly cut trees down. But we ran into another problem when we put the nets up, which was when it snows here, the snow was sitting on the netting and it broke the entire chicken run. So we just kind of accept now that some will escape every day. And first we start down the end, but you have escaped from the end. Now what are you doing? She's a beautiful and new rare breed leghorn. And we're extremely excited about her. We got her from the UK as an egg, her and her brother. And we don't believe there are any others in France. But she should have been sleeping in here. This is where we have managed to cover the nest, the run. Silly babies! But we had so many attacks on these guys recently. Hello, little chuckles. Hello, morning. But they've come back to have their breakfast. Okay, water for you lot, and I'll get you some food. You don't live here, go back to the other house. Ultimately, I really want some purpose-built chicken runs. I think up there, behind here, where we can keep them in for more of the day. I need to sort their water out. Quang, what are you doing? Are you bullying the battery hens again? What do you do that for? Get out of the chicken run. He's not supposed to be in there. He sleeps in a tree. The thing is, he thinks, well, he was raised by a chicken, and so he thinks that Rocky, shh. He thinks that Fluffles is his mum, and even 2 years later he still follows her around and tries to eat out of her beak. So he always tends to go back. Don't! Everyone's beating the battery, girls. Don't be so mean. Rocky's our prize Norfolk Grey. Came from the UK. Norfolk Greys are an amazing breed. They nearly went extinct. They're from Norfolk, which is where I'm from. And in the 70s they were down to 1 pair left, and they were resurrected as a breed. And because of the sort of the link to my home, we've decided to keep them here. And they're really funny chickens. Everybody else has a major problem with aggression with them. When we went to pick up some eggs from the place that bred them, He had to go in with a pitchfork because he was so scared of the cockerel. But here, when we hand raise them, we just handle them all the time, and so they're the sweetest birds. So that's Tiny at the back. Him I can just pick up and cuddle, and this is Rocky, who's the kind of prize boy. Look how gorgeous he is. And that's one of the girls who's substantially less pretty. But we have to go in the run. No, all off, back in. And then we have the big problem every morning, which is to get Dave off his perch, because Dave is scared of heights. Come on. And recently we discovered the best way to get him down was to repeatedly stroke his bottom. And then he gets and then he gets onto his ladder. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Good boy. He has a reason to be scared because they're bred for meat. A few of you talked about your wild turkeys nearby when you saw Dave, and you see how tiny they are in comparison. So the domestic ones that are bred for meat are too heavy for their legs, and they often don't live very long even if you don't eat them, because they break their legs under their weight. So we're careful not to overfeed him. Hello, baby. Hello, gorgeous. Come on, down you go. But he's worried of breaking his legs when he comes down, so we have this ladder for him. So he's always a bit reluctant. You can pick him up, but then you get covered in poo for the whole day, and he's also quite heavy for me. All right, baby, come on, just a couple more steps and you're down. Good boy. It's his choice to sleep up on the perch at night. He's totally happy going up. It's just getting down that he has an issue with. There you go, love. Oh, beautiful boy. Right, everybody, do you need water? Hello. What are you doing? That's the boy leghorn. We need to keep him safe so we can breed them. Shush! No. Gosh, it's like a pantomime out here in the mornings. Are you trying to get back in after escaping this morning? Shush! Come on then. Come on then. All right. Chaos in the morning. Chaos! You see how many cockerels we have? We're so soft. We just keep most of them. We only kill them and eat them if they're aggressive, because some of them get really nastily aggressive. But it does mean that we're feeding all these ridiculous birds and not getting enough eggs back in return. This is the old cellar under the tower house that we're renovating. It's where our outdoor water tap is. He was the runt of the litter, So I hand raised him in the house most of the time. So he's the tamest cockerel I've ever met. But he has some weird characteristics. I don't know if there's something genetically a bit weird about him. The turkey hates him for some reason. It's the only other bird. And he doesn't really like the hens, and he keeps attacking them. So I had to remove him out of the chicken run because you wouldn't let them eat, would you, monster? Huh? So you can be out with the others for the day, not being mean. Huh? Yes, you. Just one more waterer that I forgot, and we're done. Oh, little cockle. Well done. Such a beautiful day today. Such a beautiful day. I forgot to add that the water that I'm filling up their waterers with here is from our own springs, which is rather lovely. And I've got to put up an episode about it, but we've just done a fairly major revamp of the 19th century waterworks here, including piping some of the old springs. And there's so much water that we think we might be able to supply all of our own water needs, which is extremely exciting for us because we're trying to do everything pretty sustainably here. Oh Léon, you are beautiful! Très joli Léon! What he doesn't like is if you sneak up behind him and fluff his bottom when he's doing that. Hello, Cocos. Hello, my little one. Here's some water for you today. There you go. I'll find you a girlfriend for later in the afternoon. Bye-bye. Baby, what are you doing? Hello, good morning. Are you in your office? Are you? Oh, hello, Pepperton.
So my gluing of the bedside tables is dry, so I just have a little finishing touch, which is to polish these doorknobs. And Amy would like to change these ones, but I'm not sure. I have some similar brass ones, so I'll try to find them, but if not, it will have to wait. I'm doing it the lazy way, but it's usually a lot quicker. It's a bit sad because they've been bashed with a hammer. It looks like it wasn't restored by someone very careful. But yeah, well, you can't expect too much for a €10 bedside table. So they're a bit better than they were. And that will do for now.
You done a nice job on that.
Yeah, so I've treated them for woodworms. I can't find. I think we have doorknobs like this somewhere, but I can't find them. So I'll change these ones whenever I find. Whenever they emerge at low tide.
They're actually, I didn't like them to begin with, but they're not as bad as I thought.
They're actually quite
They're
nice.
glass.
They're just a bit out of place.
Yeah, they don't work because they're different, do they, basically? They look odd because there's different ones, but they're not plastic. They're actually quite sweet. I'd use them on something else.
There was something funny actually in here.
Oh yeah?
There's the price from the antique shop where it was.
Oh really?
3,200 francs for the pair.
Oh, how funny! So
More than €300.
really?
Yeah. For the pair.
No.
Well, I guess it's the price you'd get it from a dealer.
And we got them for 20 for the pair.
Yeah.
You're making a big fuss of this.
No, it's extremely heavy. I'm not being helped.
I've got important filming to do.
I see.
There are bedside tables.
They're marginally nicer.
They're actually, these don't match.
Yeah.
So what we could do is put these in single bedrooms and put the matching pair in here, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Tell them about the problems we've got in this room. Tell them about our woes in this room.
The main problem, apart from rats and mice,
There are no rats and mice
and
in here.
cockroaches
There's
and
no
things like that.
Please don't listen to him. Please. I'll deal with you later.
The main problem is the electric wires hanging everywhere. Because
Exhibit 1.
One of the previous owners was an amateur electrician, and he did some nice DIY by himself. And yeah, so there is weird stuff a bit everywhere.
And what's the upshot of that in this room?
Yeah, and so for some reason there are a lot of plugs everywhere. There's another plug here at the other end of the room.
But there are no lights, are there?
There
in
are
the
no
room?
plugs on either side of the bed.
And
all the plugs are switched by this switch.
so
Here. Which means that when you go to bed, you either need to get up, turn the light off and go to bed in the dark, or turn every single light off.
because
and
you
then
missed out the crucial bit that there's no lights in the room.
Yeah, there's no.
So there's no lights.
Yeah.
There's only plugs, and so you have to plug them into the plugs, and the plugs are operated by what is normally in a normal place known as a light switch.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a task ahead of us with this room, haven't we?
Well, actually, I think it's going to be probably simpler than elsewhere, because we know we want to save as much as possible. And I think the easiest will be to let the electricity apparent, but which means putting some clean metal pipes with electric wires.
Or those Italian style ones that you looked at before,
yes,
like
the
sort of
ones
cloth
with
covered wire.
Yeah, with the on China pegs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be nice too.
When we bought the place, they agreed to leave some furniture in return for us paying a bit towards it. And unfortunately, I think at the time, because we weren't living here, we didn't really supervise what they were leaving, and they had rammed the place full of antiques. Some of it quite over the top, and some of the things they left us were really useful, and they're lovely people. But some of the things...
And they had really nice pieces of furniture.
Gorgeous pieces of furniture, but they tended to take those pieces with them. And they tended to leave us things like this, which at first glance isn't bad. It's just so heavy. It's 19th century, isn't it? If that. Could even be 20th
that's
century.
late 19th, yeah.
And it just isn't the sort of thing we like. Now, by example...
Just extremely big, extremely heavy. And
so we've been gradually...
extremely chunky and dark and horrible.
All right, we get that you don't like it.
And
Shush! I want to show them this bit next. So, by contrast,
this is nice.
This is this is what we like. You can see the lying down is good, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's because I don't have enough.
What are you doing?
I don't have enough depth.
You're not even pointing it at it.
Yes, I am.
Listen, I've just had to.
I don't have enough depth of field if I'm not.
I've just had to edit a number of your videos where you've cut your head off.
Yeah, but it's because I'm filming artistically.
Yeah, I'm going to call you Marc Headless to Dinner Shout. It's too much.
Keep talking.
So can you keep doing the filming when I tickle you?
Yes, of course. Because I can't feel anything.
So I want to show them this. Now I'm going to just make up some random facts about this, and you can correct me when I get them wrong.
Okay.
Because that's how I remember things.
Okay, I'm getting ready.
We like really old stuff, and this is really old. It comes from Genoa.
Yeah, that's correct.
So this is one of the earliest kinds of wardrobe, and you can tell that because it's got the hinges on the side. And so this is just when the idea of wardrobes were emerging, because before it was just cupboards in walls, and so of course you had them completely flat against the wall, opening like this.
You're doing the cupboard really well.
I'm doing cupboard excellently. And so this was the first sort of transition. It's like a portable cupboard rather than a wardrobe. And it's really beautiful. Why it's so beautiful is because it's carved on the side as well as the front, which is very unusual for a wardrobe. There's nothing particularly remarkable about the inside, but it does have
the hinges are quite nice.
Yeah? We can't see them.
Yes, we can.
Oh yeah, because they open fully wide.
Because because they're on the side if you follow it a little bit.
Shush. And so, here's the key, which
so yeah, there. So these how do you call these hinges?
Wardrobe hinges.
No, that shape.
Oh, moustache hinges. One thing I can't remember is how old it is, though. Can you tell me?
It is early 17th century.
That's pretty old.
It's reasonably old.
That's 300 years old?
350. That's late 17th century, this one.
I love that one. I like the llama.
It could be a llama.
What do you think it really is?
Well, at the time they were only drawing animals from the descriptions, because they often hadn't seen an animal, And so it could be, I think it might be a deer actually, because you have the male here.
Yeah.
That looks a bit similar but with antler.
Yeah, you're right.
So it might be a doe.
Yeah.
There
might not be.
A deer, a female deer, ray. And there's a dog here.
Well, Mark and I spent so much time mucking around in this room that we realised we'd forgotten our baby. So Mark's gone to pick him up, and I'm going to move the new side tables in and see what they look like. Nice actually, they're quite a nice light colour. They go well with the wood panelling and with the beautiful floor. It's nice that they're a bit lighter than the ones that were there before, because this is really quite a dark room. It's not terribly clear on video, but it does really look a bit brighter. Just need to sort the lights out and make some more coherent arrangements of furniture than just old stuff lying around. I'm going to attempt to find the perfect place for the little table that I bought that Mark is very suspicious of. So here it is. It's much smaller than I realised. But it's leather on it's actually leather, I think, and I find it quite charming. It looks kind of Art Deco-y to me. Now, I actually have a place where I've been looking for a small side table, but I'm just not sure the colours are going to work. So we're going to go and have a look on the landing. There's a beautiful little area on the landing. You may have seen me sitting there when I do our little talks for the 10-minute chateau tours. It's a bit messy here because it's my sewing table, but beyond the sewing table is a rather marvellous little corner with the shutters are currently partly closed because they bang. And at the moment there's a beautiful chaise longue there, but I'm using a sewing box as the place to put my cups of tea and things like that, and I think it could be just right for my little table. Right, what do we think? Ooh, I rather like that. Ooh. Let me know what you think. I know it's kind of pinky orange here and gold and very red there, but it's the red and the gold, and I think there are enough kind of shades in it and different colours that it can work. I wonder if Mark will give me a sceptical smile or an approving one. I fear sceptical, but I live in hope. Hello, my little love. Hello, my baby. You want to play with the camera, don't you? Yeah. Clement, are you very interested what I've been doing with furniture? No? You want to play with my laptop whilst I'm editing? So firstly, I managed to put the bedside tables in place because you were doing so much faffing before that you didn't get a chance to do it.
You're the faffer.
You're the faff. I haven't moved the old ones very far away, but I rather like them. I think they're a bit lighter and they actually go well with the wood. No?
Yeah, they're made of wood too.
No, but the other ones, look, the other ones were really dark.
Yeah. No, but I don't like the other ones very much.
And so they match much better with the...
Yeah, and they're a real pair.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I keep telling you.
Do you approve?
Yes, I do.
Would you say that's a skeptical smile or an enthusiastic
No,
smile?
I'm very enthusiastic until we find some better ones.
Now I have another thing for you. I want you to come with me.
Is it something scary?
No. I want you to come with me and see if you notice anything.
Does he fit through the door?
Down a little bit. Okay. Anything?
Oh, that's a beautiful little antique table.
It's leather, you know. It is. You can see the cut edge of it. Oh, baby, what's the matter? He loves being upside down. Put him on the chaise longue.
Leather.
No, it is leather. Look, you can see on the edge. There you go.
Yeah, it's sky, it's called.
I think it's leather.
It's called sky, that kind of leather. When you can see the thread underneath, it's called sky.
Do you like it? I think it's cute.
It's okay.
It looks better than having a sewing box there.
Yeah, vaguely.
I think it's really pretty, and I think you're a furniture snob.
It's no, it's not too bad.
Hello, my love. Did you have a nice day, my sweetheart? Where are you off to, Mr. Walkies? Where are you off to? Oh, look, he's going on both feet instead of the crab walk. Oh no, back to crab walk. Right, so this time of day is when we let everybody out. What are you doing in the ranger, Leon? We let all the birds out to free range before bed. We try to keep them in so they might lay indoors, but it's a losing battle. Hello everybody, come on. Fluffles is already in bed, she's a very good girl. And mini Fluffles. Hello everybody. You love it, don't you? Tractor? Did you just say tractor? Tractor?